Welcome back, students. I hope you all are very well and fine. Today, students, we are about to start the new chapter, that is the percentage and its applications. Okay, so this complete chapter is segregated into many parts. Like in this same chapter, we are going to learn about different things. Like percentage is there in this chapter, then profit and loss is there, discount is there, then taxation is there. Okay, so this single chapter is a very vast chapter and has many parts. But in this explanation video today, we are going to learn about percentage and profit and loss. Okay. First, students, we will be discussing about the percentage. So this percentage, this word percentage is not new to you. You have been hearing this word since very earlier classes. So this is not a completely not a new thing to you. You know this very nicely. The applications of percentage is very wide and expanded in mathematics. Like we take the help of percentage in finding the result of the examination, or we take the help of this percentage for finding the discount, then in sales, then in profit and loss. In various fields, percentage is used, and so that is why this topic becomes very important. Okay, first you need to know, students, what is the meaning of this word percent. If I talk only about this single word, that is percent, so what is the meaning of this word? Percents in mathematics, cent means 100. So definitely percent will mean per 100. Okay, so anything which we know, any value which we know, that value we have to convert into convert out of 100, then we get the actual percentage. Okay, so it's very easy. It helps you to compare two different things whose total quantity is different, and then you can easily compare by finding the percentage of these two different quantities, then that which one is more and which one is less. For example, I am giving you one example. Suppose two class tests were taken in two different subjects. Suppose in mathematics a student scored 35 out of 50. Okay, in mathematics the score was around 35 out of 50, and in English the student scored, suppose, 40 out of 60. So this was the performance of the student in these two subjects. Now students, if I want to know in which subject the student has performed better, in mathematics the student has performed better or in English, then we cannot know it directly. Why? Because you can see the total marks is different. This is 60 out of 60, 40 has scored, and here it is out of 50. So the total marks is not same. So directly you cannot compare both of them, in which subject he has scored better. So in this kind of situation, we can find the percentage of marks in mathematics and percentage of marks in English. And then now rule of finding the percentage is, whenever you are asked to find the percentage, then for percentage you will apply a very simple formula. The formula is the change divided by the actual quantity into 100. But here there is no kind of change is there. So generally, in order to find the percentage, first we will be having the fraction. Okay, then we will multiply that fraction with 100, and then we will get the percentage. So what will be the percentage of mathematics? Okay, percentage is denoted by this symbol. So percentage of mathematics will be 35 by 50, and as I said, we will multiply just by 100. So into 100 we will get here 70% is the percentage of mathematics. Percentage of English will be 40 by 60 into 100. So you just do the calculation. You will get here that it is 200 by 3. That means how much? 66 or 2 by 3%. So definitely 70% is better than the 66 or 2 by 3%. So we can conclude that the performance in mathematics was quite better than the performance of English. So in this way, while comparison, you can take the help of percentage, and percentage is nothing but calculating out of 100. Okay, and the next thing is that for finding the percentage, you have to multiply by 100. Okay, suppose if I say you 0.5. Okay, it is 0.5. So what will be the percentage? So just multiply it by 100. So it will be 50%. Okay, so percentage, for finding the percentage, you have to multiply by 100. And sometimes if percentage is given and if you have to evaluate the fraction or decimal, then you have to divide by 100. Okay, so these are the different instances which you can face while doing the questions. Finding the percentage, multiply 100, and if you want to remove the percentage, you have to convert it to decimal or fraction, then divide by 100. And the next part is, students, that if percentage change is required, sometimes the question is something like you have to find the percentage change. So for percentage change, you have a formula, that is percentage change will be equals to change. Change can be of two types: increase or decrease divided by actual quantity into 100. Okay, so this will give you the percentage change. Now students, I will just we will understand few questions here which will help us to solve the exercise. Students, here you see very simple example I have taken so that your concept becomes more clear now. Increase 320 by 20%. That means 320 is the actual number and we have to increase this number by 20%. So what will be the increase in the value? Increase in value will be equals to 20 by 100 into 320. Okay, why? Because see, already percentage is there. Here you see you have percentage sign already present here, so you have to remove this percentage sign. So what we will do? Divided by 100. We are not asked to find the percentage here, we just have to find the increased value, that is 20% will be increased. So percentage sign is already there, so we have to remove this percentage sign. So we'll put by 100 and then into 320. Okay, so we will get here 64. Okay, so the increased value, so increased value will be, the original value was 320 and now it has been increased by 64, so our answer will be 384. So the increased value, that is if 320 is increased by 20%, will give the 384 will be our answer. So students, just at the beginning only I said the main use of percentage is in various fields and it is also in the field of examination for calculating the percentage of marks. Here there is one very good example. Here you can see in an examination Piyush has scored 490 marks, that is the score of Piyush, and the scoring percentage is 70%, that is after scoring 490 marks the percentage is for 70% marks. So find the maximum marks. Maximum marks means out of what total amount of marks the examination was taken place. So we have to find the maximum marks out of which 490 is the score. So we will take the help of here, again we will take the help of a variable here, x. Okay, so you can assume it as, let the maximum marks be x. Okay, so now what we'll write? We'll write according to question. So you can see if the maximum marks is x, okay, and out of x 490 is the score and then the total percentage of score is 70%. So we can write 70% of maximum marks is equals to 490, because 490 is the actual score and 70% out of maximum marks the score is 490. So the equation will be like this. So 70% of x equals to 490. Now we have to remove this percentage sign. As I said, if we have to remove the percentage sign, you have to divide by 100, then into x equals to 490. Okay, so this will give you x equals to 490 into 10 by 7. So 7 into 70. So the maximum marks is, okay, 700. So this is our final answer. So students, sometimes you have to take the help of the variable also in order to find the equation, and after forming the equation you can solve that equation to get the value of x. So this is also very much important for finding the percentage. So students, these are only the basic concepts and I hope that you have understood this basic concept of percentage very nicely, and now it will be easier for you to solve the exercise. Now students, let us move on to the next part of this today's explanation, that is profit and students. Now let us understand about profit and loss. So students, you are very well acquainted with this term profit and loss. We have come across in our daily life with this profit and loss many number of times. So in our daily life also we can relate this topic very much. So what is actually the profit? For understanding this, you have to understand about CP and SP. What is CP? CP is the cost price of any substance and SP is the selling price of any substance. So for example, if I have bought this pen from someone, I have purchased this pen from someone with rupees 20, okay, and then I am selling this pen to someone with rupees 25, okay. What does this mean? The cost price will be rupees 20, as because the 20 rupees is my cost price which I have spent for purchasing this pen, and then I have sold this pen to someone with rupees 25, and that 25 will be my selling price. So here you can see the CP of my pen is rupees 20 and I have sold this pen with rupees 25. So students, you can now understand yourself very nicely that obviously SP is greater than CP. That means I have sold for 25 but I have only spent 20 rupees on the same thing. That means I have made a profit here, and that profit will be equals to SP minus CP. Okay, so SP minus CP will give me the profit, that will be rupees 5 here. Okay, so remember students, if any times if you see SP is greater than CP, then you will understand that there is a profit. Okay, similarly, if I take it a reverse case, that means suppose if I purchased this pen with rupees 20 and I sold my pen to someone for rupees 10, that means I have spent 20 rupees on this pen but I am earning only 10 rupees in return. That means I have suffered a loss here. That means here you will see the loss will be, see, CP is rupees 20 only and I have sold the pen with rupees only 10. Then you see that CP is CP is greater than SP. Then we will understand that this is nothing but a loss here, and loss will be equals to CP minus SP, that is rupees 10. Okay, so it all depends upon the cost price and selling price. If selling price is more than cost price, profit. If cost price is more than selling price, then loss. After finding the profit and loss, then you can also find the appropriate profit percentage. So what will be the profit percentage, students? So profit percentage, as you know, whenever we have to find the percentage, we have to multiply a fraction with the 100. Okay, so here the fraction will be profit by CP. Okay, the fraction will be profit by CP into 100. So definitely my profit is only 5. For 5 by CP, that means 20 into 100. So this answer will give me around how much? 25%. And loss will be equals to, similarly, loss will be equals to loss by CP into 100. So it will be equals to 10 by, okay, loss is 10 divided by how much? CP is 20 into 100. So this will give me 50% loss. So these two instances I have just shown you to make your basic concept very clear. Okay, now in this chapter regarding this cost price and selling price, you have to understand there are many formulas also. It's not only about finding the profit and loss and then profit percent and loss percent. It's also about finding many more things. So students, that things now we will be understanding in detail here. Okay, so I have taken the two cases, and here I will be showing the two cases only separately. So student, first you see, for the case of profit, if there is a profit and there is a profit, the profit percentage is this. But in case of profit, if I don't know the selling price, okay, in case of profit, I know the profit, I know the CP, but I don't know the selling price. So what will be my selling price? Selling price will be equals to 100 plus profit, okay, 100 plus profit percentage actually, divided by 100 into CP. Okay, so this will give me the total SP here. So SP will be 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP. This will be my selling price. And similarly, if I know everything, the case is for profit, but if I know everything, only I have to find the CP. So it will be equals to 100, okay, divided by 100 plus profit percentage. Remember, this is not profit, this is profit percent. Then into CP. So this will, sorry, into SP it will be. So this will give you CP. So these are the main few formulas. Profit, you know it very well, SP and CP. So whatever parameter you don't know, you can easily apply the formula to find this one. And similarly, for the case of loss, we have understood that loss percentage was loss by CP into 100. So what will be my SP? If I know the loss percent, then SP will be equals to 100 minus loss percent by 100 into CP, okay? And my CP will be equals to 100 plus, not this one, 100 by 100 minus loss percent into SP, okay? So these are the formulas which will help you to find anything which you don't know, anything which you are asked for, whether it is CP or SP or loss percentage whatsoever. It will be helpful for you. This formula is a quick method to find the answer of various questions which will be asked. So this formula must be very clearly understood to you. Now students, one more thing I would like to discuss here, because you may face this thing also in many questions, that is about the overhead expenses, okay? What is the meaning of overhead expenses? I am giving you a very simple example. Suppose I went to Kolkata, I purchased a book worth rupees 200, okay? I went to Kolkata, I purchased a book for rupees 200, and then I bought that book to Raiganj, and then I sold it to someone for some 300 rupees, suppose. So this transportation cost was specially made by me only for purchasing the book. Suppose if the transportation cost was rupees suppose 200 or suppose 300, suppose the transportation cost was rupees 300 for purchasing that 200 rupees cost book, then that is called overhead expenses. That is the extra money which I am spending for bringing the book from Kolkata to Raiganj. That is rupees 300, and the cost of the book for me was rupees only 200. The cost price is rupees 200, but this overhead expenses, that is 300, that is spent extra by me to bring that book from Kolkata to Raiganj, okay? So the total cost price will be rupees 200 plus 300, 500. So this overhead expenses is the extra amount which I spend for bringing in material from very far off distance, okay? So that gets added with the cost price, and then you have to do the sum eventually. Now this overhead expenses is not necessary that it will always be transportation cost. It can be something other things also. Suppose, one more example if I give, suppose if I purchase a bike, second-hand bike for rupees 25,000, and there are some damage in the bike, I repaired my bike worth rupees 5,000. So it can also be said as overhead expenses. So the total cost price will now be 30,000. 25,000 the cost price I have to pay, and 5,000 extra expenditure I did for repairing it. So total cost price will be rupees 30,000. So this overhead expenses, it is the extra expenses which I do for that particular substance which I am purchasing, okay? And this money directly gets added with the cost price, and then the total cost price will be treated as a final cost price and will be used for doing the calculation. So this is also something which you should keep in your mind, okay? So students, in this profit and loss, one thing, that cost price is the most important thing, because in many formulas cost price will be used directly. Until unless you are not asked to find the cost price, if you are asked to find profit or loss or profit percent or loss percent or SP also, then also this cost price will be required. So this cost price is treated as a very important thing in profit and loss. So always while doing the sums in profit and loss, you should first give priority to find the cost price, okay? After finding the cost price, you can easily get the required thing which you are asked for. So that's the important thing, students. These all things you should keep in your mind, and then it will be helpful for you to solve the exercise. Now just 2 or 3 questions I will be solving here, so that you can understand the basic concept more clearly. Okay, more question. The CP of an article which is sold at a loss of 25% for rupees 150. So clearly you can see we have to find what? CP. Loss percentage is given, that is 25%, and sold for rupees 150, that is SP, is also given. So students, this calculation, this sum can be done in many ways, okay? Let me say you, we have a specific formula. We can apply the specific formula to find the answer directly, or we can take the help of a X, okay? That will be a quite lengthier process, and X means you will take CP as rupees X. So if CP is rupees X, loss will be 25% of X, that is 25 by 100 into X. Now you will get the loss, CP is X, and we know that loss equals to CP minus SP. So from there you can calculate the value of X, and X will be your answer. But students, that will be quite linear method, but easy also. Okay, we will be applying direct formula as we know the formula. So the formula, if we apply directly, the formula for CP in case of loss is equals to 100 by 100 minus loss percent into SP. So this will give you the answer directly. So it will be 100 by 100 minus loss percent means 25 into SP is how much? 150. That means 100 by 75 into 150. Okay. So our answer will be 200. So CP is rupees 200. So this is our answer. When we have the formula, we can directly apply the formula to get the answer. Okay students, so here you will see one more question. A shopkeeper sold an article at a gain of 5%. Okay. If he had sold it for rupees 16.50 less, he would have lost 5%. Then find the cost price of the article. So students, there are two instances here, two cases are there. If he has sold for some amount and then you have made a profit of 5%. But if you have sold for rupees 16.50 less, then you would have made a loss of 5%. Then what is the cost price? So we will take the cost price B, directly doing it. Let the cost price be rupees X. Okay, say. Let the cost price be rupees X. So what is the gain percent? Gain percent is 5%. So definitely the gain will be gain percent by 100 into CP. That means 5 by 100 into X. So this will give you X by 20. This is the gain. So what will be the SP? SP will be CP plus profit. That means X plus X by 20. That means it will give you 21X by 20. So this is the selling price of the article. But in second case, it is said that the new selling price will be equals to, see, if the selling price is 16.50 less, so it will be 21X by 20 minus 16.50. This will be my new SP because this is the old SP. But if I am selling for 16.50 less, then my loss percentage is how much? 5%. So I know the selling price, I know the loss percentage. So what will be CP? The CP formula is, as you know, it will be 100 by 100 minus L% into SP. So as I know, the original cost price was rupees X only. So we write here X. Okay. CP is X because we have assumed CP as X rupees. That is the CP of the shopkeeper. That will be X. And then 100 by 100 minus 5%, as it is the loss is 5%, into SP we have got 21X by 20 minus 16.50. So do the calculation here. You will get X equals to 100 by 95 into 21X by 20 minus 16.50. So it will be 20 by 19. So 20 by 19, if it comes, it will be 19X by 20 equals to 21X by 20 minus 16.50. So 19X by 20 minus 21X by 20, it will be equals to minus 2X by 20 equals to minus 16.50. So finally, what we will get? Finally, we are going to get here. So finally, we will be getting X equals to 16.50 into 20 divided by 2. Okay. That it will be equals to 10. That is equals to 165.0. That is 165 only. So cost price is rupees 165. So this is the way. Sometimes you have to take the help of variable X, and then if you know the proper formula, apply the formula properly at proper steps, you will easily get the answer. Okay. So this is the logic behind. So students, today this much only. I hope that you have understood it very nicely. The two topics we have covered today, percentage as well as profit and loss. And I have also taken two examples here so that you can understand how to apply these various formulas in your questions. And now students, your classwork will be to solve these two exercises based on, not actually two, there are actually three exercises based on percentage and profit and loss. So these three exercises, first, second and third, are completely based on percentage and profit and loss. Hope that you have understood it very nicely and you will be able to solve all these questions in your text, in your classwork copy very nicely. Thank you students for watching the video.